It's been... Come on.
Seen a little bit.
Ice cream's not enough, is it? So this is the first year. Wash down ice cream.
That's how I feel about F1 at the moment.
So this is the
Kind of scared about it right now.
the F1 mid-season review. We did one thing for Monaco,
Yeah.
and we've not touched it again because it's been scary stuff recently. Okay, just firstly, marks out of 10 for entertainment, how would you rate this half of 2014 F1 season?
Like 9, maybe 10.
Really?
It's been a while since it's been this good,
Yeah.
and it's nerve-wracking and scary though.
I think that adds to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that. I can think back to 2010 when
Yeah, it was good then. That was the last time it was good. Like,
it was
properly.
it was very close. And I think even 2012 when there were like quite a few different winners at the start.
Oh, 7. Was that the year with 7 different?
Yeah. I think 2010's the year when it was the longest period of like competitiveness between different teams, like
Yeah,
right
'cause there
up to the
was
last race.
Ferrari,
McLaren,
and Red Bull.
Yeah.
If not others as well.
whereas 2012 was good in terms of like Alonso v Vettel
Yeah.
and the other like different racing. But this is the first year where literally it's been. Come on.
Seen a little bit.
Ice cream's not enough, is it? So
Wash it down.
this is the first year. Wash down ice cream.
Yeah.
This is the first year where you know it's going to be competitive from beginning to end because you driving the same car, same updates.
Yeah, you got Rosberg and Hamilton in the identical car out front, and then you got all the other teams.
Okay, so what?
Highlight so far, Bahrain. Best race ever. I can happily say that, thinking back to it now. Like, honestly, the most satisfying, the most nerve-wracking, the coolest looking, just bar none.
Right. Okay. What's the low point then?
Low point, fucking Rosberg in qualifying at Monaco, where he's gotten off scot-free for either pushing too hard on purpose or not. It's hard to say, but there's a whole thing where he's like this to get it going in a straight line rather than going around the corner. And yeah, that is the low point for me, where it's just like he's stabbed, Hamilton in the back basically. Yeah, Hamilton should have set a faster lap, but then he didn't have to be so fucking happy about it when he won the race and when he was on the qualifying. He didn't have to be like.
Yeah, that's true.
He didn't. A good a good person, in my opinion, or someone I like, would be like, sorry about that, mate. Yes for winning, but ultimately, thanks for being all right about it.
Yeah.
Not being like, I'm so good, I'm the best, or anything. That's a dick move, in my opinion. That's why I hate Vettel a lot, I think. So yeah, that was kind of the low point, I think, really. And then, the last 2 races where Hamilton's just been so unlucky in qualifying.
Hang on. I just want to show the camera something. This is to do with the Monaco.
Yeah. It's going to be so out of focus.
You can sort it out later. Whatever.
I'll just put it in. I'll just put the picture in. Imagine picture here. Yes, that is very accurate.
I think I'd back you up on both those high point and low point. I think we tend to agree on this. It's been a really interesting season because of the inter-team battle between Hamilton and Rosberg. I think it's been really interesting as well seeing sort of the rise of Williams again. That's been really entertaining.
That's been awesome, yeah.
That's been really nice on a personal level in terms of it carries my name.
Yeah.
But also it's a case that it's one of those teams where for like years now since I've been watching F1, they've always had the potential.
Yeah.
And the history
it's nice
of it.
To see them.
They've got the most constructor championships in history.
Wow.
and yet they've been absolute shit
in the last few years.
for like the last probably 8 years maybe, or maybe a bit more.
Yeah.
But now it seems like they're back on the rise. Force seem to be doing well.
I don't really care about Force India.
Well, it's just good to see like teams that
McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull.
yeah,
Mercedes
exactly, that
also doing well.
they can pull themselves out of that midfield.
Yeah.
It's been funny again to see McLaren just shit. Like now Hamilton's gone and they're shit.
They are shit.
Button seems to count for nothing.
He's just useless, isn't
Yep. I think another high point actually, by the way, is Ricciardo.
Yeah,
Like, outperforming the four-time
beating
champion at
Vettel.
almost every race now.
he? Yes. That is, whoa! How can you build up so much speed in like half a metre? To the point where he's like, no! And he broke.
That's a Vettel move.
And then Vettel has just had a disastrous season and it's been
Amazing.
fucking brilliant.
I think so. Yeah, I'd rate it quite highly so far this season. I'm really looking forward to the next part.
I'm worried.
Yeah, I'd say the
Because
biggest
what, at the
concern
moment,
for me, the biggest
Rosberg is
concern,
ahead.
the biggest problem has been it just doesn't feel like Hamilton's had the same chances, and it's not down to Rosberg doing anything or the team. It's just
It's just luck. It is almost just luck.
It is. Yeah, it's just the way it's gone, and it's
Yeah.
just annoying because there was that run of 4 races where Hamilton just smashed it again
Yeah.
and again and again on like different tracks as well. It wasn't even
Yeah.
necessarily the same type of track. He had like that really, well, there was that really weird qualifying in Monaco, which was just shit. And then he's just had, where the fuck my wallet gone?
Just unlucky.
It's just,
thing
yeah, it's been
after
endless.
unlucky thing.
Yeah, it's just been stupid. Like he has made mistakes as well.
Yeah.
So I think out of the last sort of 6 qualifying sessions that have been really bad for him,
Some of
he's, I think
half of
2
it's
out of them,
his.
2 or 3, yeah, are his problems where he's either spun or
Yeah.
he was on pole and then I think everyone else magically
Got the extra time at Silverstone,
which is like, it's crazy. And I think despite that fact that he's had 6 really bad,
He's been racing well good.
he's really, you know, like, it's amazing he's still up there at all, and like he's
11
done
points
really well.
away, right?
And he's
Even though
retired
Rosberg's
twice.
been on pole every time.
Yeah, that he hasn't.
Yeah.
Every time that he hasn't been on pole, Rosberg has been on pole.
Yeah.
I think the last race in Hungary especially showed Hamilton's qualities in that he comes from the pit lane, spins on the first lap, and finishes ahead of his teammate who was on pole.
Yeah.
I mean,
was
that sort of says everything.
insane.
It says a lot, and his racecraft, his ability to.
He's always better on fuel than Rosberg as well, I've noticed.
He's always better on fuel. He's able to outdrive Rosberg.
Yeah.
And
no
by
matter
the way,
what the tyres situation is.
By the way, I do want to say as well, I do like Rosberg. I think he's actually a very good driver, and I think he's been underrated for a long time as a driver. You know, he is actually good, but he's
good.
He's a very different driver to Hamilton in that he's very like clinical, it seems, and very much like Niki Lauda in that he will sort of do what he needs to do. He will work a lot. He will study the timing sheets and everything, and get better that way. Whereas Hamilton's very instinctive and just right.
More of the magic.
It's a case. It's like pure talent versus learned talent. If that makes sense, you know, it's something that Hamilton seems to naturally have and can just smash out a really fast lap. Whereas Rosberg will take a bit more time, study the data, and then do something really well. Between the two of them, though, you know, Hamilton all the way essentially, and like
Just
it's
this next part of the season just has to go his way.
Hamilton just needs to get on top of the qualifying for the next half of the season. Essentially, if he does that, then he's laughing.
Yeah.
And obviously the reliability issues need to sort of just end.
Yeah.
Because it's just you know, dogging him. It's bringing him down.
Yeah.
I think it's not just obviously his performance, because it means he can't do all he can, but it's, you know, I can imagine that it's like, you know, mentally it must be really tough, because you know you're doing everything you can, and you feel that you deserve to be on pole, you deserve to win, and then just something happens to show up again and again, and it seems to only happen to him. Well, it doesn't. It doesn't, because it has happened to Rosberg, but just nowhere near in the amount.
Silverstone, when I just see his hands going like on the paddles. I was just like,
yeah, like he's like his engine's like just like not finding a gear.
Yeah, it was like,
But the thing is that we've said, didn't we? Like Hamilton was catching at such a rate of knots that he was more or less likely going to overtake anyway and win. Essentially, obviously, it would have been a lot closer. But just the fact that when he needed it, not only did he win, but Rosberg didn't score any points, which was again, all it takes
again, one more time.
Yeah, exactly. All it takes is for the same thing to happen to Rosberg again, where he won't score anything and Hamilton will win.
Yeah.
For the points difference to be wiped out and Hamilton to have like a
big lead. Yeah.
What, he'll have a 12-point lead or something? Or
yeah, if he did it in the next race, but hopefully do it when he say they're level, then do it. That would be ideal.
Well, yeah, essentially. But yeah, it's just it's a situation where this sort of thing can almost strike at any time.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that it's hit Hamilton repeatedly.
Yeah.
But that being said, it can happen at any time to any one of them.
Yep.
So hopefully, it'll even out.
Yeah.
And Hamilton can just, do what he does best and smash the rest of the season.
That's okay. So who do you think, at this point, honestly think will win? Rosberg or Hamilton?
No, I think Hamilton. I think it's close. I think it will be close. I think it's either going to be really...
That's the last race?
I think it'll be either really close or it's going to come to a point where there just aren't any more reliability issues because they either sort it out or they just happen to not affect Hamilton. And because of that, he will just be able to smash out this, this run of really good results, whether they're wins or second places or whatever. And I think because of that, especially as Hamilton seems to build momentum and get better and better as he does that, it will be really hard for Rosberg to overcome that. Or, like I said, it'll be really close between them, and it will be sort of nip and tuck where there might be another problem for Hamilton, but then Rosberg will have another 2 problems maybe, or a couple of bad results or whatever, and it will come to the last race and it will be down to racing skill.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, Rosberg has said...
if it comes down to the last race, that'll be the scariest race
since 2008. Did you watch it then?
I did.
The last...
I remember being like, oh, he's lost it.
Oh, God. I remember knocking...
what? He's overtaken?
So yeah, in 2008, I remember that race where it was...
It could be one of those again, and I'm scared for it to be one of those again.
It was horrible. I remember the point at which it started to rain, and
because it could be something like that. It could be like Rosberg's on pole, Hamilton's in the fucking pits, and it comes down to the last lap. He's like, and then you're like, shit. He's got to overtake someone. It could come down to something like that. Something really stupid like that.
Yeah, in 2008, I was sitting there watching my dad live, and literally sort of I don't think I had any nails left. I didn't have any fingers left. I was so nervous. And the previous year we watched it and he'd lost because at the last race he'd lost.
Yeah.
Basically, and I remember when I realised that there was a slower car and he was going to overtake and get just what he needed. I remember turning around and being like, yeah! And I knocked this plate of dinner out of my mum's hands. And and my mum was like, "Oh, calm down." My dad was like, "Leave it, low matters." It was brilliant.
All right. So,
what do you think?
What? Who's gonna win?
Yeah, honestly,
will win.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Who's gonna win the next race?
Hamilton.
Oh, I really hope so.
The one we're going to, by the way.
We'll have a proper review for that.
We'll have some stupid shenanigans from that as well, probably.
Yeah, recording from
actually there.
Live from Belgium.
Live from Belgium.
Live from Spa.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm scared for the rest of the season, but it'll be good.
The last race. I'll leave it there. I'll tell you in a second.
One with the monkeys.